Hello everyone, dear learners and viewers. Today we have topic on causes of increase in public expenditure. Okay, what are the causes for increasing the government expenditure on different activities? Today we have discussed on this topic. So first we have know the what is the meaning of public expenditure. Expenses incurred by the public authorities, central, state, and local self governments are called public expenditure. So we have the different public authorities, central, state, local governments. So that governments are incurred their expenditures on different activities. That is called the public expenditure. Okay. So such expenditures are made for maintenance of governments as well as for the benefit of the society as whole. So government they should made the for the should made and it should expenditure on different activities for the benefit of the society. Okay, there was a misbelief in the academic articles in the 19th century that public expenditure were wasteful. Public expenditure must be kept low as far as practicable. Okay, in the 19th centuries, some research revealed that the public expenditure were wasteful. Means some unnecessary activities, more money spending on unproductive activities. That's why the government not get the revenue and some money is going to be wasteful. That in the 19th century there are some research is going to reveal that so much public expenditure is going wasteful. Okay, this conservative thinking died down in the 20th century, especially after the Second World War. After the Second World War, the government intervention is very important to remove the Second World War situations. That's why it's a very public expenditure very important to remove the uncertainty situations and there is a war situations. That's why the spending is a very important. The government expenditure is also growing after the 20th century. So this is the meaning. As a learner, as a student, you have to know that is the what is the government public expenditure. Simply you have remember public expenditure is a nothing but the government expenditure. There is a government, different types of government authorities is there, or public authorities, central, state, local governments. Okay, that governments are spending money on different productive and unproductive activities for the development and welfare of the society. Okay, this is the meaning of public expenditure. Okay, as a modern state is termed a welfare state. Okay, okay. Any classical economics revealed their research on on public expenditure is the police government is the police state. Government expenditure is a very low in the 19th century, before the 19th century. Okay, after the in the modern state, whenever we enter into the 20th century, the why we call the modern state, because of the government activities is increasing and also government spending amount of money on different activities is very large compared to the 19th century, compared to the classical economics to modern economics to use is a different. Because of the situation is going to be changed from modern, that is classical to modern, traditional to modern. That's why in the modern state government spending money is increasing day by day. Okay, because of the in the previous years the state is only concentrated on the police system, law and order, defense. Okay, now the government expanding their activities, not only to the police defense system maintaining and protecting the people in the country, but also to expand to the welfare state. Means the government has expanded in length and breadth. Means not only development activities, welfare activities are very important to the government for the welfare development of the country and society. So that's why the in modern state is termed as a welfare state. Okay, size of the country and population. Okay, there are the some reasons increasing the government expenditure. Size of the country and population. We see an expansion of geographical area of almost all countries, even in no man's land. One finds the activities of the modern government. Assuming a fixed size of a country, developing world has seen an enormous increase in population growth. Consequently, the expansion in administrative activities of the government, like defense, police, judiciary, has resulted in a growth of public expenditures in these areas. Okay, size of country. Okay, geographical area, almost all the size is the different countries are the different geographical areas, and if this geographical area is less or more the population, if we take our India country, the geographical area is very large, but the population is also the increasing the more and more. That's why the government spending the income on different administrative activities, okay, and welfare activities, development activities is also increasing. Okay, it is the government expenditure increasing due to the size of the country and the population. Okay, defense expenditure. The tremendous growth of public expenditure can be attributed to threats of war. No great war has been conducted in the second half of the 20th century, but the threats of war have not vanished. Rather, it looms large. Thus, a mere severe sovereignty demands a larger allocation of financial resources for the defense preparedness. Okay, defense expenditure is rigorously it is increasing the more and more because of the uh, we don't have the any war, but of the second world war we have more concentrated on the protecting the country from other countries aggressions. Okay, that's why the preparedness is a very important. Planning for the defense is important. That is, equipment is very important. That's why the large amount of money on the preparedness, like purchasing of the equipment, production of the equipment of defense. That's why the large amount spent, some crores of money spent on the defense activities. Okay, that's why defense expenditure is also the very important to protecting country, and also the government spend money, more money on maintaining of the defense. Okay, that's why the government expenditure is increasing. This is the one of the cause. Next, welfare state. The 19th century state was a full police state, while the 20th and 21st centuries modern state is a welfare state. Even in a capitalistic framework, socialistic principles are not altogether discarded. Since socialistic principles are respected here, modern governments have come out openly for the socio-economic uplift of the masses. Okay, previously we discussed, police state, 19th century police state, the government is now only concentrate on defense activity. How, as a government to protect the country is very important in the 19th and 21st century. Not only provide the police state, but also provide the welfare state for the welfare of the people and development of the society. Various socio-economic programs are taken to uh, promote people's welfare. Modern governments spend huge money for the purpose of economic development. It plays an active role in the production of goods and services. Such investment financed by the government. Okay, the government is a very the primary responsibility to protect the country, and second responsibility to spend the development activities for the development of the socio-economic development of the country. Okay, and for the purpose of development of the country, the government is producing the goods and services. Okay, that investment should be financed by the government only. That's why the government increasing the incurred their expenses is very large in welfare state. Okay, welfare state is one of the cause to increasing the public expenditure. Okay, beside the development welfare activities have grown tremendously. Okay, now present situation we have to take, we have seen in our country, India country, more federal government or state government spend on development activities as well as the welfare activities. Okay, and but the people, the government is also providing the social security benefits, social sectors like spending on social sectors like health, education, housing, hygiene, etc. Okay, receive a special treatment under the government patronage. It builds up not only social infrastructure but also economic infrastructure in the form of transport, electricity, etc. Okay, the government, whenever the government is spending on social sectors like health and education, it builds up the social infrastructure definitely. Social infrastructure, social overhead, and also it is useful for the economic infrastructure in the form of transport and electricity. Okay, the government spending for the development of the socio and economic overheads are infrastructure for the development of the economy. Provision of all these require huge finance since a hefty sum of is required for financing these activities. Modern governments are the only providers of money. However, various welfare activities of the government are largely shaped and financed by the political leaders. Okay, it is the ultimately that the government finances depending on the political systems, and the government is also providing this huge amount of money for the development and welfare of the country. That's why the government increasing their expenditure. Next, the government, one of the cause is economic development. A modern government has a great role to play in shaping an economy. Okay, uh, private capitalistic are utterly incapable of financing economic development of a country. This is the incapacity of the public sector has promoted modern governments to invest in various sectors so that economic development occurs. Okay, the economic development is largely conditioned by the availability of economic infrastructure only by building up economic infrastructure, road, transport, electricity, etc. The structure of an economy can be made to improve. Okay, ultimately the part economic development it is only depending on the public sector. Private sector has promoted modern government to invest various sectors so that economic development occurs. Private sector and public sector in the mixed economy of our India country, the government and private sectors say are involved and to invest on different sectors for the development of the economy. So primarily, the government is should build up and develop the infrastructure, social and economic infrastructure. For that, financing by the government for the development for the socio-economic infrastructure, and that it leads to the it build ups the and revive the economy in the any country. Okay, this is the one of the reason economic development is a very important for the any country. For that economic development shows the sociological development. That's why economic develop if the country is concentrated on economic development, definitely we will get the socio and economic development definitely. And price rise, it is a one of the cause. Increase in government expenditure is often ascribed to inflationary price rise. Okay, definitely the whenever the government is increasing their money and whenever the government is spending more money on a welfare and development activities, definitely we will see the market. If we will see in the market, the goods of the prices of the goods is increasing. Inflation prices, inflationary situations we have to see. Okay, the above causes for increasing the public expenditure in the modern state. Okay, these are all are the uh, reasons or causes for increasing of the public expenditure in any country. Okay, thank you for all.